Afternoon in Murfreesboro. Dick Palmer with you. You know, this is the first time I've done a regular sports talk show since I was in Memphis.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's been a long time ago, 30, 40 years.
Wow.
But I had an early morning sports talk show. I think it went on at 8 o'clock.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, you think it's tough getting somebody in here at 5 o'clock. You should try getting somebody
at 8
to come in at 8 o'clock in the morning. And most of those interviews I did were by phone at that time.
Yes, I can imagine.
Yeah. But so whenever you run into a jam and you think, well, now who am I going to get on? Well, you think about your friend. So
there you go.
I called a friend and glad to have Bill Shacklett with us. Bill is, of course, city councilman, vice mayor, and we're not going to talk politics today.
Oh, that sounds good. I think I got that. Excellent. I'll clock that side of my brain out.
Yeah, we're going to talk. We're going to talk baseball, and particularly Little League baseball, which Bill and I have both been a part of for many years. Either as players or coaches or whatever, league officials, whatever role that we needed to fill. But baseball, Little League baseball, originated, of course, in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, back in, I think it was 1939.
I think that's correct.
And you know, I got to go to the World Series last year for the very first time.
Oh, me. I'm looking forward to that. That's on my bucket list.
When I was coaching, I always wanted to take a team up there.
Yeah, I know. I've thought that same thought. I used to take them to the Braves pretty regularly. Every season, I'd take my team to the Braves.
I mean, take them as a participant, you know.
Yeah, well, I would have loved to have done that too, but boy, that road to that championship down there is pretty hard.
It is hard. And so anyway, Little League Baseball came to Murfreesboro in 1950. And it was the Murfreesboro Kiwanis Club who organized the very first Little League Baseball league in Murfreesboro. And it was a 4-team league with boys and girls. I guess girls were eligible too, but primarily boys, 9 to 12 years old. And I got to play in that very first.
Did you really? Wow.
That very first league. I was 12 years old, and I just barely made it.
Wow. Wow.
By the skin of my teeth.
Oh, boy. Well, I remember that, too, because we used to draft, and then we'd have a certain time that you'd whittle your rosters down to 15 players per roster.
Right.
But they would draft more. We couldn't do that now.
The worst thing about that was you had to tell some kids, I'm sorry you didn't make it. Yeah.
But they had that alternative, meaning the Southern League, that you played in T-shirts and blue jeans.
Yeah, but not at first. That came along later. But the first 4 teams in the Murfreesboro Little League were the Yankees, the Red Sox,
oh my goodness,
the Cubs, and the Cardinals.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
And, of course, of those 4 teams, the one team that I really didn't want to be on was the Yankees because I didn't like the Yankees. So that's the team I got on.
Of course. That would be the team. You remember who the coach was? Or?
The coach was a professor at MTSU named Newby Freeman.
Newby Freeman. Okay, I don't remember that name, but yeah.
And he just coached that 1 year, I think. But anyway, that was my introduction to Little League Baseball. Now, you came on a little bit later.
Yeah. In fact, the real interesting thing about me, I always loved baseball. And if you've ever watched Sandlot or watched that movie, it seemed like that was the era and atmosphere around my neighborhood. We played whatever shaped ball it was all the time. And when it got to be baseball season, baseball was centerpiece. I mean, it wasn't that you had different teams that you played on or different opportunities. You played baseball, and that was what was your commitment was to that baseball team. And I remember trying out and actually made a team in the VFW FOP League as a 9-year-old. We had 3 little leagues here at one time: the Kiwanis, the Optimus, and the VFW FOP. And the first, as a 9-year-old, I made the Pirates. And the next year we did this where I was coming back and I was expecting to play for the Pirates as a 10-year-old. And my mother will still remember, she remembered for her life the name of the coach that cut me as a 10-year-old, And
that was Black Mark.
That was, Mama hated that guy. And so anyway, I played in the Southern League as a 10-year-old, and then as an 11 and 12-year-old played in the Optimus program. And one of my great memories is having Dick as my all-star coach when I was 11 and 12-year-olds playing on that team.
Who was that?
You were my coach, and Andy Womack was a 16-year-old, and he had coached the White Sox that season. I think you had the Senators that year.
Yes.
And Dick
what team did you play
I played for the Dodgers. Jack Lassiter was my coach. You remember Jack?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, well, Jack was my coach, and David Lassiter played on my team. But on that all-star team were people that we all know in Murfreesboro now. Andy Brown was on the White Sox, and Tommy Campbell was on the White Sox.
Right.
I was trying to think who was with the Senators. The Jacobs boys were there?
Yeah, both Jacobs boys, I think. Neese and
Dale Neese.
Castle and
Jay Castle.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And those names are just popping up.
Yeah.
But and I can see that picture now. You've still got that picture
still have
of
it. Dad took the picture.
Andy and I.
Yep.
And you were a little.
I was on the front row.
Red-headed 12-year-old.
That's right, a 12-year-old, and such great memories. I'm telling you. I think that's where I got addicted to it, because I've always, I always loved baseball, but that whole experience was just something. I never really thought of myself as becoming a coach, but. The Optimus Club kind of took over that particular program, and when I tried out in a different division, made the Optimus program, and gosh, to think of how many years it's been, it's just amazing.
Yeah, all that happened within a span of about 10 years after the first Little League in 1950, because I graduated high school in '56, and I was coaching, I think, a minor league team.
Wow.
My junior and senior year in high school. In fact, I coached Newton Malloy, and Newton is one of our good Optimus Club members, but I had him on that minor league team. But anyway, then I left to go to college. I was 2 years. I went to a junior college in Henderson, Tennessee. So I was there for 2 years.
Wow.
And in that period of time, sometime in that period of time, the Optimus Club, I think, started Little League baseball program. And when I came back, I think they had just merged with the VFW.
VFW, FOP, yeah.
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 And the Kiwanis League still
was functioning
and kept their little. So we had 2 different Little League programs in Murfreesboro.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that existed for a long time.
For a long time, yeah. I was just thinking as you were talking, that picture that you were talking about, it was from 1963, and the unique thing about it is Dick was managing the All-Star team, and he was wearing a tie.
Well, I think I'd just come from work.
Oh, okay. You're a teacher. Weren't you a teacher at that time?
And the dress code was a little stricter back then than it is now.
I thought that was amazing. But here's 16-year-old Andy on one side, and Andy coached 20 or 30 years, I think,
Yep.
and you've coached over 50 years, and I've coached over 50 years now for Little League.
Yep.
So all in that picture is well over almost 130 or 40 years of coaching Little League baseball.
I finally gave it up after I helped coach a team in the Fall League last year.
Oh, did
and that
you?
was
Okay.
that was my swan song. So This year, I've been able to just go out to the ballpark and enjoy watching the kids play with no worries about
press.
who's going to show up, who's not going to show up.
That's the nature of the beast now. I don't know how many years I've got left in me. I told somebody one time that when it stops being fun, but every year there's a new challenge. You've got new mix of kids and parents and circumstances, and trying to make it work and to make it memorable for the kids and not too stressful for everybody else is a real challenge.
So you're still coaching in the 11-12.
This is an intermediate division that they have. It's 50-foot mound and 70-foot bases.
I don't know that I really understand that.
It's a little different. It's supposed to be between the 11 and 12-year-olds and the bigger field. But a lot of these kids are playing school ball and travel ball where they are on the big field anyway.
Yeah.
So it kind of is those that are kind of bridging that gap. And maybe just a little bit slower or a little bit less strong than some of the others. It makes it a little better bridge for them.
I left the 11 and 12s, the year that we moved to Starplex from Old Fort.
Yeah.
And I was trying to organize everything, and it was just too much to do that and coach at the same. So for 2 years I didn't coach, and just tried to act as president of the league.
Yeah, you were president of the league for a long time.
Yeah. So.
I was T-ball commissioner. We took over the T-ball program. First time we had a T-ball program. So I was the commissioner when we moved to Starplex. I was the commissioner of the T-ball program while we got it started.
We also took over the Babe Ruth League program.
Over the Babe Ruth League,
And it became Senior Little League.
Yeah.
And so, we had 5 fields there. Everything worked out fine because we had a field for 11 and 12s, for 9 and 10-year-olds, and all down the line. Yeah. And a big field for the big kids.
Yeah. It was great. You could kind of walk around and see where you were going or where you'd been.
Yeah. So that was a journey from Old Fort Park. We had a little field, Ray Duffy Field. It was called. It's been bulldozed now, and we had a big regulation size field that the Babe Ruth League played on. They moved, I think they moved over to Highland.
Oakland, yeah. Or
Oakland's Mansion, Highland Park, or Highland Avenue. And we utilized that little field on Highland Avenue. That's where I actually started as coaching as a head coach. You probably did too.
I started playing over there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remember the dugouts? They actually had dugouts on that field. You'd crawl down into the dugouts, on that field. I still remember
That's
that.
right. If I was smoking at the time, I could sneak down in there and sneak a smoke. but those were good times.
Good memories.
And things are a little bit different now. The Kiwanis Little League, eventually they left Little League and went and formed their own program, and we stayed with Little League. Mm-hmm. So we're the Optimist League was the only Little League program available in Murfreesboro, and also we had people come in from Smyrna and Woodbury, communities that didn't have a regular Little League program could come in and play. But the kind of lost my train of thought there. I was getting back to the origins, and we played. In that very first year of 1950, we played at the campus school.
Oh, really? Okay.
There was a lower field behind the school, which fronted whatever Lytle or whatever street that is back there, and I
remember when those fields were there.
We played on that field, and then moved over to Grantland Rice.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Grantland Rice Field was in a vacant. They made it out, built a field in a vacant lot behind the old Walmart
Right.
on the Memorial, and we've got to take a break.
Okay.
We could sit here.
Oh, we can chat for a long time.
All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back. All Sports Talk will continue after this.
In Rutherford County, you know how much it means to have neighbors you can count on. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Wommel, here to help life go right when you combine home and auto insurance. Call me today at 615-890-0850 and let me save you money and time. Your home, your auto, together they're where life happens. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Wommel. It's smart to protect them together to help life go right. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me help you save by combining your home and auto.
First Shot transforms Rutherford County youth. Coach Andy Herzer leads dynamic basketball camps and clinics, building skills and character since 2003. Kids dive into exciting STEM projects, sparking creativity through hands-on coding, art, and dance. They elevate their mind, spirit, and body in summer and winter programs. Visit FirstShotTN.org today to learn more. First Shot, where kids gain, elevate, and develop.
Ascension St. Thomas Heart is the leader in Middle Tennessee for heart care, providing the most advanced options, including heart surgery and transplants. Our nationally recognized cardiac team cares for more adult hearts than anyone in the state, from AFib to heart failure, using minimally invasive options when possible to help shorten recovery, making Ascension St. Thomas Heart your first choice for routine heart care and cardiac emergencies. Schedule a heart screening or find a cardiologist at ascension.org/St. Thomas Heart.
It's All Sports Talk from the Good Neighbor Network, FM 1019, 100.5, AM 1450, wgnsradio.com, and Big G TV.
Welcome back into All Sports Talk for this Monday afternoon. I do want to tell you that you will have Braves baseball tonight on WGNS. We will cut our part here a little bit short, and we'll join the Braves in time, hopefully in time for first pitch today. Okay, Bill, Little League Baseball has had a lot of homes in Murfreesboro. We've talked about them. Campus School is where it started. Grantland Rice Park, Highland Avenue with the big field and the small field. Those fields are gone now. And we moved to
Old Fort.
We moved to Old Fort Park. There you go. It's hard to keep all these things.
I know.
Moved to Old Fort Park. There was a small field there and a big field.
Right.
And the small field's gone. The big field, they've
it's artificial.
Renovated that big
it's all
field.
Artificial now.
Yeah.
It's artificial, and that's kind of the what's tending to be the future of a lot of field development in because of the ability to play in all kinds of weather.
Right.
And when you're playing tournaments and stuff like that, to make sure you get the games in. So yeah, that's kind of let's see what it looks like, and so that's why that was artificial.
I don't even know who's playing out there.
It's booked. They book it that you can book it to play on, and then
practice maybe.
Practice, yeah, you can practice on it. But yeah, the rec department schedules practices and then some tournament games on the weekend.
Yeah, so that was one of my big hang-ups. Was finding places to practice.
Oh, it's always a problem. It's there's just never enough. Even the fields at schools, people. We've all been trying to find it, but with ESP programs going on, extended school programs now, it's hard to get field available space for practice. But yeah, it's a challenge. It still is a challenge.
It is, and I saw a report. Gosh, it's been a year ago, I guess. You probably saw it too, about how many fields we had per capita and so forth, and we were so far behind.
It's time.
So far behind.
Yep. It's time to build some more fields. You're right. Yeah. There's never enough money. It's like my wallet. There's never enough money to do all we want to do. But I think that's there is some move right now actually to be committed to building some new fields.
Well, when the league started getting bigger, it was apparent that we needed another place to play. So they built a Barfield complex out at Barfield. the Murfreesboro Baseball Association, which was formerly the Kiwanis League, went out there,
NBA.
and we went to Starplex. And I think before that, Starplex had just been used primarily for softball. They had a 5-field complex there. There was a challenge with some of the fields because we were accustomed to playing on grass.
Right.
Although, in the final years, when we were at Old Fort, we moved the Little League program over to the big field and played on dirt there.
It was skinned, yeah.
Yeah. And we turned the little field into a minor league.
We had a minor league
teams.
program running. They were the same ages, but we called them the minor league program, which was very successful. I remember, I can't remember exactly why, but I ended up coaching one of the minor league teams while I was doing the Giants in the major league, and those kids were having a blast. I mean, the issue is the pitching wasn't quite as hard and difficult, so if you didn't have a certain level of skill, you still could enjoy the game, and I think there was a lot of that was good for.
Yeah, and we named that field after Ray Duffy, who was a longtime recreation director in the city.
Yeah,
so.
he's a legend.
Yeah. Did you ever work for Mr. Duffy in the summer?
It seemed like everybody in Murfreesboro did, though. I'm telling you, hear the stories of everybody that he touched. He'd take them to the Red Sox games and
Notre Dame.
And Notre Dame. He impacted, like yourself, impacted so many young lives in our community, and really made a difference in a very critical time in people's lives. To kind of help formulate who they were and who they are and who they're going to be. And he was very sensitive to that. And like I say, I think everybody worked the field. Everybody that worked part-time for fixing fields, usually went on a trip with Mr. Duffy.
Yeah.
So he had a real impact in our community.
Over at Granlund Rice Park, WGNS used to broadcast some of the games.
Oh, wow.
Primarily the older kids, the Babe Ruth League games, and Mr. Duffy they had a little stand behind the backstop.
Oh, my word.
That was about room enough for two people.
Right.
The official scorekeeper sat up there, and Mr. Duffy would sit up there, and he would broadcast Babe Ruth League games. And I was, this was after I'd gotten too old to play Babe Ruth, and our high school did not have baseball. Central did not have baseball.
Really? At that time, they didn't have baseball?
No, did not have baseball. I think it was around 1970 or 71 when they finally started baseball. But anyway.
It was there at 69 because we had a team in 69.
Okay.
Well, that's when I graduated with 69. So, yeah.
So anyway, I would sit up there and I'd keep the scorebook for the Babe Ruth League.
Great experience.
And Mr. Duffy, when he would come out to broadcast games, he would let me call an inning or so every once in a while.
Oh my goodness!
And I didn't really think anything about it then, and I'd forgotten all about it. My father reminded me of that.
Wow.
Before he passed away, he said, "You remember when Mr. Duffy used to put you on the radio?"
Started.
I guess it was.
Gosh, lit a fire under you. Well, I'm telling you, I don't know if anybody does any better job of calling all kinds of ball games. But I don't know if you remember this or not, but Spencer Graves coached with me over at Little League at Old Fort Park one time, and we were in the championship, and WGNS broadcast the game. And you did the play-by-play on a Little League game.
Yep.
I still have that. It is the coolest. I mean, for Little Leaguers to get that kind of quality of calling of the game, announcing of the game, it sounded like we were in, Brave Stadium or something. It was just such a wonderful job. And those little 11 and 12-year-old kids were playing in the championship game, and it sounded. And Spencer videoed the game, and so I tried to sync.
The
commentary with the video with the audio, and didn't do too bad a job of it, but it's impressive. And I've had several of the kids that played in those games. Now they're grown and have kids of their own.
I'd kind of forgotten about that, but when I moved to West Tennessee to Jackson in '63, and I was down there I was in West Tennessee for almost 15 years, I guess.
Wow.
And I was in Jackson for 7 and coached Little League down there. But our team was playing, my team was playing in a championship game my last year. We finally made the championship. And they were broadcasting that game on the radio.
Wow.
This was in 69 or 70, something like that.
I want to tell you what, it made a mark on me when we were celebrating your 50th year of coaching Little League out at the ball field. Kids that played on that team drove up here to be with you on that day when we were celebrating your 50th year.
I had one guy from Jackson drive up and picked up Steve Alexander. He lives in Franklin now, and they both came over.
That says so much about what impact you had on their lives.
That just blew my mind.
It blew my mind. It's just to have that kind of connection with the people that the kids that you worked with, and that's a great tribute to what you meant to them.
Yeah, well, it's it was a labor of love. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And so we're in our last minute. We're going to join the Braves Network here pretty soon, and so. Another time, we're going to have to come up here and tell some stories.
Oh, we got stories.
I kind of thought we might get into that today, but we cut the time short a little bit, and I didn't think we'd have to have time. But we may get Andy.
Oh, that would be awesome.
And Wayne Gross up here.
Oh, that would be a lot of fun.
Then we could tell some real stories.
Goodness. Oh my goodness,
Bill, I appreciate you coming in. I know you don't get many free nights, but I appreciate you coming in.
And it's my honor to be with you.
I've enjoyed it.
All right, brother.
Okay, that's all sports talk for today. Braves baseball is next on WGNS.
Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home has served Murfreesboro families with compassion and care since 1880. As a family-owned funeral home, we're committed to honoring every life with dignity through traditional services, cremation options, and pre-planning that gives you peace of mind. For over 140 years, we've been here when it matters most. Visit JenningsandAyers.com. Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home, honoring life and comforting families since 1880.
Hey folks, it's Chip Walters from Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, helping Middle Tennessee make smart moves in a fast-moving market. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, you deserve someone who knows this community and treats your goals like their own. From first-timers to long-time homeowners, I'm here to guide you with clarity, confidence, and a steady hand. When you're ready to make the next move, start with someone you trust. Visit ChooseChip.net and let's make your 2026 move the right move.
Here's Dr. Craig McCabe at McCabe Vision Center.
We now have good treatments for vision with cataract surgery, so now you can see well near, intermediate, and far distances without glasses.
Dr. Craig McCabe.
What we can do not only to make you see younger, but help you to look younger and get rid of sun damage and other problems to our skin.
McCabe Vision Center on Heritage Park Drive, just off Memorial, behind SunTrust Bank.
Next on All Sports Talk, it's the Blue Raider Insider Report with Chip Walters of Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. It was a busy weekend over at the Dean Hayes Track and Soccer Complex as the Conference USA Outdoor Track and Field Championships were held. Middle Tennessee was led by sophomore Mustafa Bakpin on the final day as he captured 2 gold medals, meet records, and men's high point score honors. Junior Joel Elokum soared to a bronze medal in the triple jump, landing at 15.52 meters and claiming the number 71 spot in the D1 College Outdoor Rankings. Bakpin electrified the crowd with a personal best of 9.94 seconds in the 100 meter, meeting the Olympic qualifying standard, breaking the meet record, and soaring to number 5 in the 2026 D1 College Outdoor Rankings. He followed up with a dominant win in the 200 meter, setting another personal and meet record at 20.26 seconds. Bakpin's stellar performance earned him the title of Conference USA high point scorer. Moses Lekoke raced to victory in the 5,000 meters with a time of 14 minutes, 22.41 seconds, while Faith Niathi claimed silver in the same event, finishing in 16 minutes, 28.57 seconds. Up next, Middle Tennessee will compete at the 2026 NCAA Division I Outdoor Track and Field Regionals, May 27th through the 30th in Lexington, Kentucky. Middle Tennessee senior right-hander David Horn Jr. was named the Conference USA Pitcher of the Week, as announced by the league office on May 18th. This is Middle Tennessee's third Conference USA Weekly Award of the season and the first of Horn's career. Horn turned in 7 innings of one-run ball in the Blue Raiders' 8-1 win over Liberty on Thursday night. The Mission Viejo, California native racked up 9 strikeouts, which ties a career record. This marks the third time this season that the right-hander has struck out 9 batters. Middle Tennessee now gets ready for the Conference USA tournament down in Kennesaw, Georgia. The Blue Raiders are in Pool A along with Jacksonville State and Western Kentucky. The tournament opens on Wednesday. The matchups will have Sam Houston facing Louisiana Tech, Middle Tennessee and Western Kentucky. That's at 12:30 Central Time. Then Kennesaw will play number 4 Dallas Baptist. In the pool format, the Blue Raiders will then play again on Thursday against top seed Jacksonville State, also at 1:30. The pool winners of the 3 pools and a wild card will advance to Saturday's semifinal round that will be a knockout round heading into the championship. And you can hear all the Blue Raider action right here on WGNS. Also, don't forget to join us starting tomorrow at 2 o'clock. It will be Spring Fling HQ live from SportsCom with TSSAA Spring Fling updates. That's it for today, folks. More tomorrow here on the Big G, WGNS.
It's all sports talk from the Good Neighbor Network, FM 1019, 100.5, AM 1450, WGNSradio.com, and Big G TV.
Only option, get the strong arm.
Attorney John Foy and Associates.
Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
How cool are deals on the whole Toyota lineup at the Summer Starts Here sales event? Cooler than your kid calling you cool and meaning it. Yeah, that cool. Summer has never been cooler. Lease a new 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $289 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through June 1st, 2026. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $42.88 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details. Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome back to Lone Depot Park in Miami, where we've had some rain showers in the area this evening, although we don't have to worry about that thanks to this retractable roof they have here at Lone Depot Park. Joe Ben and Jay Chad with you. Glad you're with us for game 1 of this 4-game set between the Braves and the Marlins. The umpires for tonight's game feature Alfonso Marquez behind the plate. He's the crew chief. Mike Estabrook is at first base. Jonathan Parra is at second base, and veteran Lance Barrett will umpire at third. And a reminder, the Tire Discounters Round Tripper Home Run Promotion offers Braves fans savings on sets of Goodyear and Cooper tires, plus a free alignment and free oil change with any 4-tire purchase. Learn more at tirediscounters.com/Braves. Braves come in with a record of 32-15. They are 16-7 on the road. They're in first place in the National League East by 8 games over the Phillies, and they have a plus 98 run differential, which is the best in baseball. And to say that they have pretty much owned the Marlins is an understatement, especially in this ballpark. Since the Marlins moved over here to this site of the old Orange Bowl, the Braves are 74-40 in this ballpark. Not too shabby. And And since 2015, the Braves are 119-65 against the Marlins. So let's hope that trend continues. The Braves took 2 out of 3 from Miami in mid-April, but it wasn't easy. Really close games. In fact, the Marlins won the first game of that series. Atlanta had to come back and win the last 2 to win the series. The defense for the Marlins as they take the field tonight in the outfield from left to right. It's Stowers, Marseille, and Casey. First to third, it's Norby, Edwards, Lopez, and Sanoja. Behind the plate, Joe Mack, number 4 prospect for the Marlins in their system. And on the mound, Max Meyer, 27 years old, 6 feet, 195, out of Woodbury, Minnesota, and the University of Minnesota. He's 3-0 this year, 3.21 ERA. You might say he's the only starter on their staff who's been doing much lately, because over their last 9 games, their starters have gone 1-8 with a 7.17 ERA. So they are certainly happy to have him out there tonight against Atlanta. He made a start against the Braves back on April 14th, was in line to win the game until the bullpen gave it up. The Braves won 6-5. And in 4 starts against Atlanta, he's 1-2 in his career. There goes the throw down to second base. We're ready for action in game 1. And here to tell you about it once again is Ben Ingram.
Thanks so much, Joe. Braves and the Marlins, game 1 of this series. Braves also getting a little bit healthier here in the last 30-40 minutes. Ronald Acuna has been activated from the IL. Not in the starting 9 tonight, but he is available to pinch hit in this game. Corresponding move, Kyle Farmer to the IL. So it'll be great to see Ronald back in there. Drake Baldwin, Ozzie Albies, and Matt Olson for the Braves in the top of the first inning. Max Meyer, the right-hander, is ready, looking into his target, Joe Mack. And now for the ball game. First pitch is a ball low and inside. Starting up at 6:41 Eastern, 5:41 Central. And like Joe mentioned, roof is closed, 72 degrees inside the ballpark. Did they forget to open the gates? Not too many people here. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Baldwin sends it foul down the into the camera well, into the Braves dugout.
That's an understatement, Ben. They're averaging 12,200 per home date, and there's maybe a couple of thousand here.
Yeah, we had bigger crowds during spring training than what the Marlins are drawing tonight. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Drake Baldwin takes a ball low and inside. The time of the first pitch brought to you by Schumann Farms. Look for real sweet brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms in a store near you. Drake Baldwin out to a great start, of course, and he continues to lead the Braves here in the first third of the season. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Check swing. They appeal, and he did go, according to Lance Barrett, third base umpire. And it's a 2-2 count. Drake has either driven in or scored 64 of the Braves' 250 runs this season. That's the most of any player across the majors. Matt Olson second with 60. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and that'll be fouled off into the seats down the left field line. That'll bounce around some empty blue seats. Still a 2-2 count. Folks, cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks. Use code BRAVES. Get $50 in lineups when you play $5. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. 2-2 to Baldwin. Low it inside. That time missed with a sweeper. For Meyer, lots of sliders and sweepers that we'll see from him. He's got a fastball. He's been tinkering with his changeup. It's more of a kick change now. And he can sink it as well. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin. And the 3-2. Swung on and fouled back. Still a 3-2 count.
He's got a good fastball, too. Ben, 94, 96. Two-seamer, four-seamer. Got a good arsenal.
Good pitcher, like you mentioned, 27 years old, and a guy who was taken third overall in 2020 out of the University of Minnesota. 3-2 pitch. That'll be fouled off. Something that Meyer and Baldwin both have in common, growing up playing a lot of baseball, obviously, but also playing a lot of hockey. With Meyer growing up in Minnesota, and Baldwin was a standout in Wisconsin. No score, top of the first inning. Meyer deals the 3-2, and Baldwin sends it foul. spoiling lots of pitches, going deep into this count to get things going here in the game. Baldwin has reached safely in each of his 14 games versus the Marlins. He's been a Marlin killer. He's hitting .385 against them in his career with 4 homers and 20 RBIs. 3-2 on the way. And that missed outside. Missed with a sweeper. And on the 10th pitch of the battle, Drake Baldwin draws a walk. And you don't see many catchers doing that at the leadoff spot, do you? Unreal.
No, he's got to be one of the top leadoff men in the game right now. Like the catcher cost Meyer that strike. It was a good breaking ball, but he came up out of his stance and then tried to frame it. It was too late.
Bat in the hands of Ozzie Albies. Big wide open stance in the left-hand batter's box. Takes the ball outside. Third baseman Javier Sonoja was walking in on the turf in case he put one down. 1 ball and no strikes. Meyer right at the belt. And there's 1-0 pitch on the way. Ozzie takes a sweeper outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, like Joe mentioned, Meyer undefeated this season. 3-0. And in his last turn on the 13th at Minnesota, homecoming for him, facing the team that he grew up pulling for, the Twins, had 9 strikeouts. That's his season high. 2-0 pitch is high, laid off a fastball. 3-0.
He has a long look in at Alfonso Marquez there. He wanted that pitch.
No score, top of the first inning. Good lead at first by Baldwin. And Ozzie sends it foul. Am I hearing dogs barking down there?
Yeah,
you hearing that?
I've seen a couple.
You're in the first inning at Lone Depot Park. The loudest fans are dogs.
And a lot of them are howling because their owners are too.
3 balls and a strike on Ozzie Albies. Here's the pitch on the way, and Ozzie sends it foul. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Best outing of the season for Meyer. Go back to May the 2nd. Had 7 innings of 1-hit shutout ball versus the Phillies. And the Marlins have gone 6-3 in his starts this season, which includes a loss against the Braves on April 14th. Drake a good lead at first base. 3-2.